Alright, speed run of all the cult symbolism behind the Disney Corporation enterprise and Walt Disney himself. First of all, let's start with Mickey Mouse, his most famous iconic character. Now, when you go back to Steamboat Willie, there isn't much to break down. It's just an old cartoon. But now, in the modern sense, when Mickey Mouse is a sorcerer and a wizard, there's a cult symbolism behind that and referencing to actually Walt Disney, the person himself, because he uses his magic, in a sense, to control the masses through propaganda. And if you don't know the difference between a magician and a sorcerer or wizard, a magician uses magic, astrological or spiritual, to improve his well-being. A sorcerer uses magic, astrological or spiritual, usually in a corrupt manner, to affect the world around him, i.e. have people do what he wants. Alright, if you remember the first episodes when Mickey Mouse even got the hat, what did he do? Well, he had a broomstick do his bidding, do his labor through magic, and that's how Walt Disney affects the people around him, promoting his propaganda and have people doing his bidding. Now, if you don't believe me, watch this. Let's go into Donald Duck Hitler. Walt Disney was a huge supporter of Hitler, and as you can see from these cartoons, yes, these are real. You can search them up and find the episodes and watch them if you don't believe me. He supported Hitler, alright? 100%, clear as day, he supported Hitler. Hitler agenda, right in your face. A lot of people neglect that. During World War II, he also had people, more than the government, because you know the government was at war and everything was short because they had to spend all the money, right? Well, he had people support taxes for the war. This is real too. There's another episode right here, right in your face. March 15th, income tax due. Alright, this is a real episode. People wasn't, very supportive of the idea of paying taxes to go to war, but this iconic character, through influence, magic, pretty much, had people supporting the war and paying taxes. After this episode aired, an increase dramatically went up in the people supporting and paying taxes for war. And to this very day, we have to pay taxes for war. Alright? Now let's get into a modern sense. If you think this is just old, classic, vintage Disney, let's go to Gravity Falls. Alright, a recent show. Right here. It still comes on. In fact, this episode I'm about to speak on just came out pretty much 2 weeks ago, right? And the character that came out is a character called Bill Cipher. Alright, it's obviously the all-seeing eye, referencing to Illuminati. And the symbols you see around this character are references to the other characters on the show. Some of them are actual symbols that have significant meaning, like the star, the time, the code in 00110, all that stuff. And then you have the pinnacle and the palm tree hand. Well, Bill Cipher, he came out after he was summoned through a ritual by one of the other characters on the show. He came out and he said he know all things, alright? And what you're seeing right here is flashes. I played this frame by frame and I seen every flash. And I'm just going to stop playing it right now so you won't absorb anything propaganda, because I'm not breaking down everything that flashed through. But when he said I know all things, he flashed the image of JFK, an American flag, because people in America pretty much had John F. Kennedy killed. Here's one of the characters that summoned him, by the way. And I want you to know how he has American flag pin on his suit. I don't watch this stupid show, but I know of the symbolism. I think that character refers to the president, because he has the same type of little pin on his button. Anyway, it flashed right here. Flashed a picture of the moon landing, because the moon landing was fake. The show is about conspiracies, but it's not trying to expose them. It's actually supporting the propaganda. Alright? To the children. This is what children are watching. So when you have children watching these shows, this is what they're absorbing. He also flashed a picture of the Mayan calendar, because he knows the truth of the Mayan calendar. The average Americans have no idea what they're talking about with the Mayan calendar. Even the ones that you think have idea what they're talking about, when they make videos and they're like, oh yeah, the world, it's gonna end, we're gonna move to a new dimension 2012. No, that's not it. Okay, the calendar is a calendar, just like our calendar has 12 months and it resets after every 12 months. The Mayan calendar resets after every couple hundred years. I mean, if you people, the people who made those type of videos just took the time to even learn anything, I mean, how do you dig into knowledge and think you know what you're talking about with falsified knowledge, and yet you didn't dig into the real knowledge? Makes no sense. But back to the point, your kids are absorbing this Illuminati propaganda to the fullest. This is a modern Disney cartoon, still promoting the agenda. When you go to Disney World, what do you have to do? Well, you have to scan your fingerprint, biometrics. That is a military industrial camp. Look it up. Look up the military connections with Disney World and the military. All right, Walt Disney was a spy for the FBI. He wasn't a technical spy like espionage type stuff, but he was hired by the FBI to spy on people in Hollywood. If you don't believe me, look that up too. And just in case you don't know, I'm pretty sure I already mentioned this before, but Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Freemason. So he will be pushing Freemason agendas even to this day. Now, adults think they have it all good. Oh no, I'm not absorbing any Disney propaganda. Well, let's go to ABC. Alright, ABC News, the series. Everybody remember that show that came out, V, about aliens taking over the world, and they told people how they was going to do it. And on the little thing they had a new day, a new dawn. Well, that's Illuminati talk, okay? A new dawn, the sun rising over the new world, a new world order. ABC, American Broadcasting Channel. Who owns ABC? Well, wouldn't you believe if I told you that the Disney Corporation owns ABC? So when you go into ABC and you're watching it, you're watching what Walt Disney Corporation wants you to put out. ABC. Alright? Don't believe me? Look at this. Alright, Disney Channel stars Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens, along with ABC families Ashley Benson. ABC, because Disney owns it. They're pretty much just saying Disney is taking their actresses or their MK Ultra sex kittens. If you don't know what I mean, look up MK Ultra and you will understand why I use the term sex kittens. And they're sex slaves too. They trade them around like toys, and the highest bidders of Hollywood can literally have sex with them for money. Alright, and they use them to expose their propaganda. Notice how all of these girls started off as innocent so-called Disney stars, and now they're just as slutty and, you know, bad influence to all the young girls that look up to them as any other mainstream media celebrities. That's because Disney stars are tailor made to do that very thing from a young age. This is how they do it. They start them off as child stars around the age of 14, and then over the years they have their child followings, alright, and then when they grow up, they turn them into these sluts, and now those children are going to follow along with the trend of their favorite child star. That is actual technical talk from their terms. Look at this: Vanessa Hudgens, Britney Spears, Selena Gomez, Ashley Benson, Lindsay Lohan, Miley Cyrus, all started off as Disney stars, innocent, and now look at them. Miley Cyrus, you seen her new videos, just as slutty as it could be. Remember Lindsay Lohan's situation, the drugs, all that. Selena Gomez, she does nude modeling for Playboy now. Britney Spears, she went crazy. She escaped her MK Ultra programming, and now they captured her again, got her right back on it. Alright, Vanessa Hudgens, she's one of the sluts in these pictures. Obviously not Selena Gomez and stuff. I don't know what Vanessa Hudgens look like anymore. Alright, I don't watch TV and all this stuff, but I know about what's happening in the propaganda world because I expose that stuff. So if you think this doesn't go deep, you're sadly mistaken. It goes deeper than you can ever truly understand. You have to do research. All of the princesses in the Disney movies, they represent a different type of MK Ultra programming. Alright, if you look at the Disney movies, you'll see from Dumbo to the Hunchback, Tarzan, Pinocchio, Little Mermaid, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. You'll have all these characters, on and on. You can go on and on. They all either don't have parents, the mother died, or they have an evil stepmother. This is to break up the family. So, because first of all, you have the mother now working with the father. They can barely make ends meet. They have to struggle and work. So you have the kids have to go into after school programming, alright, where the school tries to raise the kids and put propaganda into them. And then when they come home, the parents are too busy to take care of the kid, and now they use TV, even from a young age. I've seen 2-year-olds in front of TVs before. They use television as a babysitter to keep the kids' attention focused on TV so they don't misbehave or cry. Well, all that propaganda is going right into them. So when they watch all these movies with all the family broken up on the Disney movies, well, the real thing's happening right in front of their eyes, and now it's just boosting that simulation into a reality state of form. Pretty much breaking up the family. That's the whole meaning. Just look it up yourself if you don't believe me. Look up every freaking Disney movie, definitely the classic ones, and you're gonna see parents dead, missing, or just the worst parents you could possibly imagine. Alright, so I'm gonna end this right here. I just wanted to do a quick spree of all the truths behind Disney, and there's much more, but I'll lead you to do some research, because no 10 or 11-minute video is going to tell you all the stuff over the decades. One thing I could add in this video is that there's a lot of nude scenes and a lot of children films. Alright, real quick flashes, so you can look that up and see the propaganda in that to promote sex among the youth. Alright, this is what happens to Disney youth. So many thanks for watching the Code Sin. I've been ShaughanParson. Comment, subscribe, and like. Thank you.